They call me crazy cause I'm facing all my giants. They try to scare me into thinking I can fight it. They tell me I should never even think of trying. But that's just me, I'm gonna live out in defiance.
Hey.
We are live. And let me shut this off.
Money just rains down. Love that. Hey, everybody. This is Kurt Molly again, and Mr. Big Jason is a co-host here to help facilitate this entire thing. It is really good to see you. Today, I have a really special call. Yesterday, we had talked about the belt method specifically for 2023. I showed some up-to-date stats of how we're running ads in 2022. This is stuff that has been working since 2019. People call me all the time, and they're like, Kurt, because of iOS, and I already know what they're going to say next. They're like, my sales stopped, everything changed. Well, that's because you relied on Facebook's targeting. And quite honestly, some people just got really lucky and you didn't have to be really good marketers. Well, the whole point of the belt method is to help you become a better marketer and to focus on what we call ethical propaganda. And that's just building a relationship with people through content exactly like we're doing here. So we have a whole bunch of this free content that we've put out there. We have a bunch of the replays. All you got to do is check your email. If you're watching this content, you're most likely on our email list. If you're not, leave a comment. We'll place a link on how to get on the list to make sure that you're notified of all this free content. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is the last day for you to sign up for FYTE Club. How about FYTE Club at a major discount? Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to give you over $100 off a month, or we're going to cut over $500 off for the year. Essentially, what's going to happen is this. We have a bunch of our best trainings on a whole bunch of different other membership sites. What we decided to do over the last month, well, because I just recently had a kid, and that takes a whole lot of time, is we just wanted to simplify things for you and for us too. So essentially, here's what we have. We've taken all of our best trainings, the belt method, which is ethical propaganda for advanced media buyers. This can work on all different types of channels. We then have the fast track for the belt method. And essentially, the fast track is going to take you step by step on exactly how to set. So essentially, here's what we have. We've taken all of our best trainings, the belt
Jason,
method,
I have a little feedback
which
here.
is ethical propaganda for advanced media buyers. This can work on all different types of channels.
Hang on one second. Okay, I no longer hear that, so I don't know if it was double streaming.
I have feedback as well. Do you have it open?
I don't see that I have any other tabs open besides just this one.
I believe
if I have any issues, I may have to
just rejoin. Yesterday when I started this, for some reason, I tried to move my screen over to my second screen and I lost the eCam. So it's somewhere in the ether. So yeah, if I hear any other feedback, I'll just jump right back in. So essentially, here's what we have. We have the ethical propaganda of the belt method that really just shows you how to be a better marketer. You can use that really on any other platform. It's really for advanced media buyers. Well, we then created the fast track, the belt method fast track. The belt method fast track, essentially what that is that shows any type of media buyer at any level, regardless if you're a newbie, experienced, or genius level, step by step of exactly how to set all this up. So if you saw the presentation yesterday, fast track is the same training we use for our internal staff that you could use for your outsourcers, your internal staff, to essentially make sure that they set up the entire belt method in the correct way. So we have belt method premium, which is a $3,000 value. We have the belt method fast track, which is a $1,000 value. On top of that, once you understand how all the ads work, one of the things you want to check out is the advertiser fix finder. So many times people call me and they say, Kurt, my ads aren't working anymore. And I go, specifically what part? Well, I have them set up something that we call the golden ad report that you're going to see inside of the belt method. This really helps me and you understand step by step when we read from left to right exactly what the problem is. Is the problem our ads are too expensive? Is the problem that not enough people are clicking on our ads? Is the problem that not enough people are waiting for the page to load? That could just be a slow site. Is the problem maybe your conversions for people opting in, adding to cart, or buying? The advertiser fix finder, essentially, you're going to pull up what kind of funnel that you have, type in all your numbers, your recent numbers right now, and the numbers in the glory days when it used to work. And the advertiser fix finder is going to tell you specifically what range that you need to be in for your numbers. Like if you need to improve your click-through rate, your landing page rate, and it's going to show you specifically what to fix and what to do. So now you have the Belt Method Premium on how to run ads and the ethical propaganda. You have the Fast Track to show you how to set the entire thing up. You also have the Advertiser Fix Finder, which is going to show you exactly what to address inside of your funnels. Now, on top of that, we are highly encouraging you, and this is what FYTE Club's all about, is Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and everything else is essentially this. You may be taking a look over at YouTube. Now, Facebook is changing a lot of the targeting. A lot of targeting is being removed. Same thing over on YouTube. On YouTube, you are not going to be able to target keywords, other videos, channels, or even their similar or what they're like lookalike audiences with Facebook. All those audiences are going away. What Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, they're all saying the same thing. They're basically saying they're going to have less targeting, but you have to be better at your marketing, your ad creative. Well, inside, we created a YouTube Quick Start. And the YouTube Quick Start is really all around the creative, making sure that you're saying the right thing at the right time in the right format. We give you lots of different ideas. So if nothing else, just checking out the creatives of how they're done over on YouTube can absolutely translate over to TikTok and over to Facebook, just with a little bit different format. All right. So if you're running ads, you're typically selling something. It's the only way to make your money back. And at the same time, it's always a good idea, regardless if you're e-com, what kind of business you're in, to also be collecting leads, collecting those emails. It's one of the things that we're working with Big Jason on right now is how do we make sure that our emails are delivered? Well, inside of this entire program, we have the Email Profit Center as well, Fast Track, which is really going to show you how to make sure that you have the right email set up, you're sending the right types of sequences, how often that you're sending, some ideas for content. So essentially, we've taken all of our best trainings, we've put them in one membership site, and we're going to offer 4 days a week live support in our brand new group for the FYTE Club. So what's basically going to happen is every Monday, we're going to be talking about Facebook ads. So the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to give you some industry updates, some tips, what's working for us, what you really need to know about. And then we're going to dive into your specific Facebook questions. And then at the end of the session, we open up the questions for really anybody, any questions, any platform. Look over our shoulder what we're doing. We look over your shoulder on what you're doing. And essentially what's going to happen is on Tuesday, we're going to be talking about YouTube, market highlights, updates, things you need to know. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking about TikTok. On Thursday, we're going to be talking about everything else. And what do I mean by everything else? This could mean direct mail. This could mean TV. TV right now can be a fifth or even a tenth of price of what Facebook ads are. Could be magazines, could be billboards. Really, once you understand on how to market on Facebook and you start to understand what the numbers are for your marketing, then you can really, move over to any other ad channel. And I'll tell you this, if you have not looked at any other advertising channel, I got to take a drink of water here real quick. Snapchat, TikTok, a lot of these ad channels are literally set up the exact same way as Facebook ads. I got hiccups. Great. This is why we do live videos. All right. So essentially what we're going to have is we have our best trainings, and what people love about our trainings, honestly, is our live support. So we want to make sure that you're understanding the trainings, you're implementing the trainings, you're seeing results, and with all of this, we have a satisfaction guarantee too. So at any time, if you are not 100% absolutely satisfied with the customer service you're receiving, my training, the live support, you can go ahead and cancel it anytime. We do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. I tell people this all the time. We have a very low refund rate. Main reason is because we deliver the goods and it actually works. So if you want to go ahead and grab this limited special, by the time the time is up, which is tomorrow at midnight, go to thebelt.live/FYTE CLUB SMRSS. So that is thebelt.live/FYTE CLUB SMRSS. Okay. So what I have today for you is a treat. What we do is when we take people through the onboarding process, we essentially host 4 calls for our agency clients. Now, these agency clients pay us a minimum of $5,000 a month. Essentially, it's worth $65,000 a year. So if people are talking high ticket, this is what we consider is a high ticket sale. So anytime someone starts with our agency, we have 4 phone calls. The very first phone call is what I like to call is my 57-point checklist. I'm going to ask all these different questions about someone's brand, their funnel, their goals. And once we understand everything that they want, Then the next two calls we're going to hold is the second call is essentially here's how we run the belt method. That's the exact presentation that I showed yesterday when we did this free training. Now, the call number 3 is the call that we're going to go over today. This is specifically when I train people on what type of videos to create, what works the best, what kind of placements are we going to start using these videos, top cold market audience, top of funnel, middle of funnel to our warm audience, and bottom of funnel of people who are really interested. I'm also going to showcase for you a Facebook Live strategy where when I say Facebook Live, I want you to think Facebook replay. The reason being is because like right now we're doing the live, but truth be told, a lot more people are going to see the replay than just the live. When the live is done correctly, these replays run like infomercials. We kind of run these lives just the exact same way as well too. So I'm going to go over that exact format. This format has helped other clients of ours become New York Times best-selling authors. We have a great testimonial from a good friend, Susan Pierce Thompson. Susan Pierce Thompson shows people how to rewire their brain for addictive food properties. On Valentine's Day a couple of years ago, Susan called me and said, Kurt, we've only sold 8,000 books. We got to sell over 16,000 books to make the New York Times bestseller list. What are we going to do? And I showed her how to do the exact same Facebook Live strategy that I'm going to show you here in just a couple of moments. Within 2 weeks, we made up another 9,000 sales. She hit the New York Times bestseller list for the second book in a row, which was absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not going to say that you guarantee that you're going to get the same results which she got, but what I am going to show you is the exact process that she used to really drive those Facebook Lives home. And really what it is it's set up like an infomercial. We run it live, and then we run the replay as an ad. And oh my goodness, people consume this content like gangbusters. And when done right, they just buy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, Big Jason, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me pull my screen up over here. There we go. All right. Big Jason, you should be able to see my screen here. And you see my screen?
Yep.
And I'll look at the camera here in a second. What's up? It's great. Great. Again, this is only shared with our $65,000 a year clients. So I hope you enjoy this information. You implement it. When you do use it, let me know. And by the way, Big Jason, I'm in presenter mode again. So I'm not going to be able to see any comments or anything else. So just go ahead and stop me at any time. I can't see the camera or any of that fun stuff.
So
Okay.
So
let's
you
talk
are
about
taking questions.
Any questions that you have, ask along the way. Please interrupt me. Put the questions down in the comment of whatever format that you're listening to this on or watching this on, whether it is on YouTube. Are we streaming on Twitter again today?
We are.
Ooh, I got to see what that looks like. I didn't even know you could stream on Twitter, which I'm excited. Okay, so what I want to do is let's go ahead and dive in. Again, these types of videos can work really on any type of network. What we're going to be talking about specifically today is the Facebook ad network. Okay, so let's talk specifically about recorded videos first. So we're not talking about lives or anything else, just recorded videos. Now, the Facebook video strategy. So videos are going to provide really great engagement at a really low cost. Really, the presentation I showed you yesterday, it's at a fraction of the cost what you can run lead ads for or purchase conversion ads, for example. You can retarget video views after percentage of watch time, 25, 50, 75, 95%. Now, that is not affected by iOS or being blocked by iOS, so you can retarget that stuff all day long. It's going to assist in moving people through the funnel and the conversion process. So for a perfect example, we've been doing a lot of this free content every single day. Well, the more content that we do, go figure, the more sales that we make because we're just helping people answer very specific questions or giving them the aha of, hey, I didn't even know this was possible over on Facebook, for example. Now, these videos can be shot on like an iPhone, super basic editing. A lot of times, a lot of the videos you run as ads don't have to be highly polished. A lot of the times, ads that are just raw, just like this, can do really, really, really well. Okay, so a 15-second video. We don't do hardly any 15-second videos top of funnel unless we have the offer really dialed in. In these 15-second videos, they're really good for talking to people about next steps. Like, hey, don't forget, FYTE Club is going to close Thursday at midnight. Don't forget to make sure that you register before Thursday at midnight. That 15-second video, I typically run middle of funnel in the in-stream placement only. So middle of funnel, in-stream placement only. The reason is a kind of threefold. Number one, it's going to interrupt people when they're watching a video. They're going to be forced to watch it. So they're going to be forced to watch the entire 15 seconds. Number two, there's not a lot of people that are going to click on the ad, but they're absolutely going to see it over and over and over. Number three, running these 15-second next step ads, like don't forget to register for the webinar, don't forget to sign up by the sale, don't forget the sale ends on Thursday. Those video views literally cost you anywhere from 1 cent to 3 cents for someone to watch the entire 15 seconds. So for example, right now we're doing an internal launch to our list and to the people who really know us, like us, love us, and trust us. And that is you if you're watching this content. Well, if I was running a ton of ads and if we were closing this out like what we're going to do in the first quarter of Q1, you would see, if you were in our funnel, a ton of 15-second ads right now going on that would constantly be saying, don't forget the deadline's coming up this Thursday. So 15-second videos are really powerful. We do not typically run them top of funnel because we want to build a relationship and a rapport with people top of funnel. Now, we love 1-minute stories, and these are reels. This is a 1080 by 1920. Reels and stories are great. Now, stories on Facebook or on Instagram is kind of more about like, hey, what's going on? It's going to live for it's going to live for 24 hours, right? And people scroll through all those to see them. But Facebook's putting a lot of money behind Reels right now. Big Jason, I actually got a notification last night after posting a reel about my baby girl and some like little video I had of her shaking and getting all excited before she was eating. And Instagram actually wrote me and said, for the next 5 reels that I publish, they're going to pay me $10 per reel, and they're going to pay me every time someone watches it as well, too. So for every 1,000 people that watch, I don't remember, it's a couple of bucks or whatever. So what I have the ability to right now, and a lot of you do, is to literally get paid for your reels directly from Facebook and Instagram to produce more content. Sorry, Big Jason, you got a question about that?
No, I was just going to say Facebook messaged me about it too. I signed up.
Absolutely. And now the interesting thing is this, and it's a really good marketing hook. Facebook is going to give you $10 for the next 5 videos that you put up. That's $10 a video. So you're going to earn $50, or I'll earn $50. Many of you will see this update as you're posting to Reels. And basically you get $50 for just pushing the videos. However, you must earn $100 before you get paid out. So that means you're going to publish your Reels, but they want you to publish content that people are going to watch. So you may have to publish 10, 20, 30, 40 Reels to get those views up there for you to earn $100. Now, every single month for the last 6 months, I've gotten a little check from Facebook, and that's just for posting a couple of Reels on my personal page and over on Instagram. I'm telling you, for business and personal, learn how to do Reels like TikTok. Post your Reels that essentially are going to live forever. So stories are only going to live for 24 hours. Reels are meant to be found and discovered by a cold market. So if you want to reach a cold market organically, Reels are great right now. Those are under a minute. Reels can be a little bit longer than a minute, but Facebook's only allowing you to advertise them at 1 minute long. So record Reels. And my suggestion would be record 2 or 3 Reels a day that you're able to post. Check back on our TikTok content. We went through 5 steps that you can do on TikTok. You can do the exact same thing over on Reels as well too. We did that training earlier, but these 1 minute Reels, I'm telling you, I mean, Big Jason, we went over his wife specifically. She's an amazing chef. She cooks some amazing meals that are low fat, no junk, no sugar, no carbs, which is really amazing. And Big Jason, what'd you tell me? High good fat. Didn't she post a second video on TikTok? And that video got like 500 or 600 views within 24 hours, and a bunch of people asking for the recipe of the pizza she made. If I'm right?
That was a Facebook reel.
Great. I mean, you can see the power of just 2 reels just posting. Keep on posting. People love these reels. Okay. The other thing that we're going to do is we love to do 2-minute long videos max. Because remember, anything over 2 minutes as we're running for an ad is not going to run on Instagram. It's only going to run on Facebook. So I'm looking to do the 1080 by 1080, so the perfect square. 2-minute videos are going to be run on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to talk about what I like for a cold market, what I like for a warm market. Now, any video that is over 2 minutes long is only going to run in Facebook. So just to be clear, when I'm running 15-second videos, I typically am only running those videos inside of in-stream placement. That's the only placement I use to force people to watch that entire 15 seconds. If I'm running 1-minute videos that are 1080 by 1920, these reels, I am only running ads to the reels and stories placement. That's it. If I am running reels, I want people to see our reels. Now, When I'm doing video for Facebook and Instagram, and these are 2-minute maximum, I'm going to put the placement specifically Facebook newsfeed, Facebook video, Instagram newsfeed. That's it. Those are the only placements I'm going to do. I'm not going to do in-article placements. I'm not going to do app placements. I'm not going to do search. I'm not going to do group search. The list goes on and on. I'm only going to use these 3 placements for any videos that are under 2 minutes long. Again, Facebook newsfeed, Facebook video, and Instagram newsfeed. That's it. That's where the biggest consumption happens. I can't tell you how many times people have clicked the automatic placement button and they call me and they're like, Kurt, no one's watching these 5 or 10 or heck, we even have 90-minute long videos that run on the Facebook feed that people watch and pre-qualify them. The reason is because if you select all placement, Facebook's going to run some of these longer videos like in the in-stream placement. That means Facebook may only run literally 15 seconds of your 10-minute video. No one's going to see the consumption. So unless you do these exact placements, you're just going to burn through a bunch of cash. And I showed you some examples in the last Facebook Live that we did and YouTube Live that we did that specifically showed you how we're using videos that are 5, 10, 70 minutes long, only running them in the news feed of Facebook and Facebook video. And we're just getting amazing consumption time, which is great. Okay, what we like to do is we like to run videos that are anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes plus warm market. And I'm going to give you some examples of testimonials, but this is a way to build rapport. We love user-generated content. We love third-party content. We love like podcasts. Video podcasts are great. I'm going to talk about a couple of different ideas here in just a couple of moments of how to build that ethical propaganda middle of funnel for you. Okay, so here's the deal. We want to engage with people to further qualify the avatar. That's what we're doing. We're not just putting content out there so people like and share it and some little dog jumping up and down that's really cute. No, we want to make sure we're always pre-qualifying content, or we want to show social proof, right? Where these other people are talking about us. This is user-generated content I'm going to get to in just a minute. Now, we use videos to assist in the funnel follow-up process, right? We're constantly retargeting people. We get video viewers who like watching videos. They're going to watch multiple videos before we turn them into conversions at a much lower price. That is the webinar we went over yesterday. We're going to turn high-performing videos into video ads to cold audiences. Many times what we do is we run videos to pre-qualify people, and we start watching very specific videos that start to rise to the top, and we realize, oh my goodness, if we were to add a couple of calls to action here, or one call to action, change the copy a little bit, could make a huge difference in some of those videos that turn into our best control ads that have just been running over and over and over. Main thing is we want to focus on high relevance. Are we pre-qualifying people if they watch our content? Is this adding more value to their overall experience? Again, we're just not adding videos that people can just watch and like. We want to make sure it's constantly pre-qualifying the avatar. All right, so here's the content. Some suggestions. Relevant and successful past blog posts. If you have a bunch of blog posts, or if you have blog posts in your industry that you can research, some of the most high-value blog posts are really great as videos. New content for the week. I highly encourage people to sign up for like Google Alerts. Google Alerts is going to give you updates of what's going on in your industry by keywords. So for instance, every single day, I get an update in Synopsis every day of updates that have happened with Facebook ads that have been published, Facebook video ads, YouTube video ads. Anytime that those types of keywords come up, I'm sent an email. Actually, it's a synopsis at the very beginning of the day for me from the day before. So I can get ideas of what's going on right now that I can be able to communicate with my audience to demonstrate to my audience that I'm on the cutting edge of this information. Quick tips and insight is always great video tips. I'm going to give you a structure here in a second. Quick videos talking about the next event. Now, if you know what multi-level marketing is, some people call it a pyramid scheme. I love network marketing and multi-level marketing, and here's the reason why. Is because it shows people how to become an entrepreneur with a very specific template. And that template is this, and it's worked for many years. You're going to meet somebody, and when you meet somebody, you're going to ask them to do something like go to the next event. Hey, Big Jason, I got this shake. I know you're really into about biohacking. Would you mind trying and tasting the shake? So he's going to taste the shake. Once he tastes the shake, and he's like, man, I really like this. I could eat this for 2 meals a week. Great. Then I'm going to build for the next event. Hey, Big Jason, I want you to meet the person that introduced me to this company. They're a fitness expert. They've helped me a ton in biohacking. I think you're really going to build a relationship with them. I think you're really going to like them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a meeting with Big Jason. I'm building the next event. Now what's going to happen is after he meets with this person and starts to learn some of the information from my sponsor, my contact, Now we see if Jason is open to possibly the income opportunity. We want him to meet a bunch of other people who are just like him as biohackers, but we're going to have this next event that's going to go on in someone else's house. We want Jason to meet all these other people. Network marketing is really great about keeping people in process and building for the next event. We should be doing the same thing too. Just what we're doing, what you're seeing here. Hey, we have a live that's coming up. Here's the content we're going to talk about. Hey, here's the replay. Hey, by the way, tomorrow we're going to do another live. We're building anticipation for that next event to help people lead them all the way through the relationship and then down to be a conversion, for a lead or sale. Also, what we love to do with video is because we're doing all this retargeting, if something doesn't go right for the month, let's just say an offer doesn't work or a new opt-in page isn't working, many times all we have to do is just reposition the offer. We call it a splinter offer. Reposition the offer just a little bit, run a retargeting video to all the other people who've been watching your videos by repositioning that offer. Many times it's a great way to make money back up if something went wrong for the month, for example. By the way, special note, a lot of our videos do not have a call to action link. A lot of our videos, we just want people to consume, and then we're going to retarget them anyway. What happens is when you're targeting video viewers, you're not going to get a lot of people who are going to click on the link. You're not going to get a lot of people who are going to click on the link, become a lead, or buy right away. But it's a really good upfront introduction for people to be watching your content. So will some people click a link? Some people will, but usually we see that we get cheaper rates if we do not add a link. So I usually add all my links middle and bottom of funnel. Top of funnel, most of my videos pre-qualify people top of funnel, but they actually don't have a link that they can click on. Okay, take a screenshot of this. I'm going to go through this really quick. So many, many years ago, I went to the second trafficking conversion ever. I stole this from borrowed from Ryan Dice and Perry Belcher. I give them credit every time I show this. This is how they write a sequence of any offer. Big Jason, I'm sure you've seen this through all the copywriting worlds that you've been through in content.
Yep.
This, when people tell me, hey, Kurt, I just need a video script. Well, you know your business better than me. But if you can read along these bullet points, this is essentially the hero's journey. And it's a psychological way for a brain to understand, to relate, and to, become a conversion. So let me go through this real quick. You have attention-grabbing headline statement. That's what you're always going to do to open up your videos. Bold promise. I'm going to show you how to spend the same amount of money and get double your results from your ads. And then justify, give them a reason to believe. Anyone can do this. For as low as $5 a day, you can get started in this process. No experience required whatsoever. By the way, a lot of people just don't know about this methodology. It's never their fault, right? I understand it's not your fault. You just didn't know this information. So here's what worked for me. And like I showed you yesterday, here's what's worked for us. And then we say, okay, why me? The experience, connection. So why are you the expert, right? What are the awards that we've won? How long have we been doing this? Who have we worked with? And then the social proof. What have other people said? What have other experts in our field said about our content? And then the so rule. I'm going to show you how to run profitable ads so you can scale your ads faster. I'm going to show you very specific ways to run your ads so you can spend the same amount of money and get double the result. Big Jason, I just want to check in real quick. I think my audio changed. Can you still hear me okay? Just to double check.
Yes, you're coming in loud and clear.
Oh, great. Okay. We love the so rule. So rule is really great in copy. I'm going to show you how to do this so you can do this. Now, call to action 1, the offer. What are you going to get? Why? How much? You're going to hear me say this over and over when I'm talking about FYTE Club. Scarcity, make it real, be truthful. There has to be a deadline or an order limit. Again, that's why we're giving a discount for people to sign up by this Thursday. Call to action 2, appeal to logic. Look, you can get all the free information out there. This person's going to show you how to do this. The next person's going to show you how to do that. The third person's going to show you how to do this. Then you're going to listen to a podcast and a video. You're going to be so overwhelmed with content. Why don't you just go directly to the source of someone who's been doing this for well over a decade? Save the time, save the money, invest where you know that you're going to get a return. By the way, warning, here's what happens if you don't act now. People buy a lot on FOMO, fear of missing out. So we constantly talk about what happens if you don't take action right now. By the way, a lot of people take action when there's a deadline, when there's scarcity. If you just say, hey, you can buy it anytime, you'll see your sales start to drop like a rock. Call to action 3, appeal to fear. So what happens if you don't take action right now, if you don't jump into FYTE Club, if you don't get into this training? What I tell people is this entire structure right here is really great when you're looking to sell something. It's like a blueprint for an entire house. Well, there's going to be certain aspects of this blueprint. We're only going to use half the blueprint. Half the blueprint can work really good for some introduction, some content videos. The entire blueprint can work gangbusters for when you're going over to a sales page. So let me give you a couple of examples of exactly what we tell clients to look for. All right. Cold market video suggestions. We encourage clients, let's start top of funnel with 6 videos. And we want to ask ourselves 2 questions repeatedly about these videos. Number 1, do we believe that we're targeting the correct people? Number 1, more than anything else, yes. Okay, we've done our research. Number 2, do we believe if someone watches half of this video that they are pre-qualified for our offer? So if I'm talking about Facebook ads, if someone watches half the video about Facebook ads, do we believe that they're going to be interested in Facebook ads? So here's what we're looking for. We look for clients, cold market people who have never seen it before. We're looking for 2 videos that are 5 minutes or longer. This could be an old webinar where we're just looking at content. This could be a collage of testimonials. I'll give you some really specific examples here in a second. But we're looking for 2 videos that are more than 5 minutes long. If someone watches 2.5 minutes of these videos or longer, we know that they're going to pre-qualify for our audience. We are only going to run these in the placement of the Facebook newsfeed and Facebook videos. Those 2 placements only. We're going to also look for 2 videos that are 2 minutes or under that we can run on both Facebook and Instagram. So again, if someone watches half of this video in a cold market for the first time, does this help us pre-qualify someone? Does it align our belief system with them? What we're also looking for is 2 videos that we can make into reels. So either the client can send us the format for these 2 videos. We do like to run reels top of funnel. Sometimes we can reach a really great audience because Facebook's pushing reels a lot. Sometimes the cost to advertise to reels is much lower than advertising to just, let's say, Facebook or Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook wants you to create more reels. Now, here's the videos that work best. So we're looking for social proof videos. If you have testimonials where people are talking about you, that is great top of funnel because someone's first exposure to your company or your brand is someone bragging about you. Endorsements. So for example, we have a video with Mike Diller. We have a video with Frank Kern. These people are saying, oh my God, the belt method, we absolutely love it. We love using the belt method. We run those types of videos top of funnel. Most people know who Frank Kern is when Frank's talking about our business. Perfect. And also virtual tour. So this works really good for e-commerce, or I know Jason's worked with some big brands in the golf space. This would be literally taking people like through the factory or through a tour of exactly how many people it takes just to make one club, for example. This is really great reminiscent, if you're old enough to remember the Snapple commercials, where literally the person who worked at the front desk it was basically the character that they put in all these different commercials. You'd walk in, she had this bright, bubbly face. She would say hello, and you'd give a virtual tour of kind of Snapple in the offices, not this stuffy office, but like all these people are here. They're people to help customer service and customers like you. Virtual tours can work really great. So basically what these look like is it's a call to action to the opt-in of the video. Or if you want to do a call to action to opt in for the video, completely up to you, right? Like I said, a lot of videos that we run top of funnel do not have a call to action. The other thing is be a spokesperson. Like right now, I'm being a spokesperson. Now, keep in mind, you do not have to have one spokesperson that does all the talking for you. Truth be told, we run with a lot of clients that use lots of different spokespeople. So this could be like people who, like for our brand, for example, people who work with Kurt, other people who run ads, people who are friends of mine, because my personality is only going to connect with a certain group of people. But other personalities on screen serving as a spokesperson can connect with lots of other profiles that otherwise wouldn't relate to you. So with a spokesperson, we like to talk about the bold promise, justify, give them a reason to believe, tell them what you're going to show them. I like to show you how to run video view ads and other content to absolutely decrease your cost of advertising. And then again, up to you, top of funnel if you want, to a call to action to opt in for the video or what to do for next steps. All right. If you are running hundreds of leads a day, right? If you're getting a ton of leads, one of the things that I highly suggest for you to do is to make a 15 or 30-second video just to say thank you. Ideally, if clients are running hundreds of leads, we have them do this. If clients are running under 500 leads a week, it's not really worthwhile to record this because Facebook needs an audience of 1,000 people plus to really serve a retargeting audience. But if you are getting hundreds of opt-ins, record a quick video just to say thank you for opting in and set expectations of what's going to happen next. You're going to get this email, you're going to log into this membership site, whatever it is. Thank them for their business, acknowledge that they opted in, let them know what the next steps are. Okay, next one, sales page. What we like to do is we like to get from clients 2 videos minimum that are over 2 minutes long, that we're going to run straight on Facebook. And I'm going to give you kind of the script and layout here in a second. But imagine someone visits your sales page. You're going to talk to them just like they just visited your sales page. You're going to help them make the decision, right? So this is going to be, we like to get a 2-minute plus video over on Facebook, ideally 2 videos. But these are going to be 2 minutes plus that we're going to run on Facebook feed only. We're also going to get a video that is under 2 minutes that we can be able to run on Instagram. And ideally, we're also going to get a video that we can run on Reels. These can be multiple videos, but we want to have these specific placements, and we want to talk to people directly like they came to our page. We're going to help them make the decision. We love middle of funnel. If people have visited the sales page, social proof videos, testimonials, collages of testimonials, industry experts, people talking about your brand, virtual tours of what they're going to get. Every time I talk about FYTE Club, Big Jason brings up on a screen a virtual tour of our membership site, so you can see exactly what you're going to be getting involved with. The social proof can work great here. So it's a call to action, why to join right now. These videos unequivocally are going to be run for video views and going to be run for conversion. All of these videos, when people hit a sales page you're retargeting with, should absolutely have a call to action link on them. For being a spokesperson, again, you're going to make the bold promise, justify, give a reason to believe, what's worked for me. It's essentially the entire script that I gave you from before. Right? This is the entire script if someone has landed on a sales page and you're looking to retarget them. So these are the recorded videos that we suggest over for clients when they're building out their arsenal of videos for top of funnel, middle of funnel, and our bottom of funnel means somebody visited a sales page or somebody visited an opt-in page. They did not take action. So we retarget with these types of videos. Big Jason, I'm going to take a big drink here real quick, and then we're going to jump into Facebook Live videos. But I just wanted to check in with you. Do we have any questions so far? Anything that I could answer for people? Anything I can answer for you, sir, as you're watching through the content?
What's the main difference between stories and reels? Is there
So
any?
stories are going to last for 24 hours, kind of like Snapchat. 24 hours and that's it. Reels are intended to last forever. So, and to find a new audience. So essentially, here's what's going to happen. So today, when we are talking about the live event, yesterday, when we're talking about the live event, I'm going to make a really quick video on Canva, and I'm going to say, hey, don't miss out at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go live covering this subject. Now, I post that to my stories, so people see it in my stories. I'm going to post it to my personal page, and I'm going to post it inside of all the groups as well, too. Now, what I also do is I'm going to create a reel. But when I create the reel, this is going to be basically seen, and it's going to start to find a new audience. And this is really going to last for, I don't know, a couple of days to even a week, depending how popular it is. You'll still get people watching 3, 4, 5 days later. And then people will come to my profile and watch my other reels. So reels are really meant to be there forever. So I'm going to record a quick video on stories that say, hey, join this live event today. But for my reel, I'm going to talk about the content that I covered. And if they'd like to know more, check out the replay of the video. Does that help answer the question, Big Jason?
Totally. I had one more question.
Yep.
So stories, it says, allows you to select multiple. You can do multiple videos, multiple pictures, but then when it gives you the option for any single video or picture in that one story to become a reel, but it doesn't give you the option to select multiple. Is there a way where if you want to do a reel with multiple videos and pictures, can you do that separately or what?
Yeah, you just do that right inside when you're setting up a reel itself. It'll give you the options. So you can put like a live video. You can put like a live video that's a 4-second clip, then to put it together with another clip, record a video you have, and then put a picture on top of that. It allows you, you see this little button when you kind of click and hold down the record, you know, the circle kind of starts to complete. It stops, lets you add something else, lets you add something else. It just doesn't allow you to do that when you're going from stories to reels, but right in the reel interface, it allows you to do that. Great question.
That's very helpful, because also I noticed that if you say you have a really good story, it's got a lot of views, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna convert the most popular, like the main one, the sexy one, into a reel. If you have captions on it and it looks good on your stories, it doesn't mean it's gonna look good on reels, because the reel interface when you're viewing a reel is different. So your caption might be covered or something like that.
Absolutely. And it's interesting that you bring that up, because so many times I see people put words at the very bottom of the reels But Facebook covers all that up with essentially your profile name, some likes and shares, or a lot of people
Yep.
put information over on the right-hand side. And that's where all these social buttons are. So again, I've said this before. I encourage you when you're doing TikToks, Reels. So for example, I like to edit my video like in Canva. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to airdrop it over to my phone. Now on my phone, I'm going to take that video and I'm going to upload that video to TikTok. I'm going to use the TikTok interface to make sure that I update. Like I'm going to put a little font on there. I'm going to put a little saying. I'm going to use the app to edit the video just a little bit and make sure it's right on that platform. And then I'm going to go ahead and select that, send that video. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Facebook and I'm going to go to Reels. Now I'm going to go to Facebook Reels. I just understand that the format's going to look just a little bit different. Same dimensions, but with TikTok, they have the information up here over on the right-hand side. With Reels, they're going to have information down on the bottom and the social shares on the right-hand side. I want to make sure it's not covering up any of my text. So I like to take the video to send it to my phone once it's been, for the most part, edited. Each time I'm going to upload it separately to a platform, I want to use the editing interface of that platform to make a couple of small edits and then submit it. What I'm not doing is making edits on the TikTok platform, downloading that TikTok edited video and uploading that to Facebook or to YouTube Shorts, for example, because YouTube wants you to submit original content there. So does Facebook. So does TikTok. So I'm not cross-pollinating. I may be using the same video on multiple platforms, but I'm editing the video just slightly inside of the interface app to help give more social juice to that video as well too. Great questions. Any other questions, Big Jason, as I dive into the Facebook Live strategy?
Nope, that's good. Thank you.
Good. All right, Facebook Lives. I love Facebook Lives. Now, keep in mind, 99% of the people who are going to watch the live are going to watch the replay. So really important on a bunch of different strategy that I'm going to go over here. One of the things is if you're running ads, all of your ads where your profile name is up at the top left-hand side, they're all going to turn red to let people know that you're live. So the longer that you go live, the more people that you're going to have join. Now, audiences, what I love, can engage directly with the personality when live, right? They're watching, they're listening. If you ask the right questions, they're typing. You got a bunch of modalities that you can't get just from a regular video view or a regular ad. You want to establish and build rapport with cold and warm audiences. I'm going to tell you, these Facebook Live replays work like gangbusters to a cold audience. Again, videos can be done really basic with an iPhone, and you can edit directly on Facebook before posting the recordings as well too, or using something like this, or Zoom, you can run Facebook Lives too really easily. So we want to promote Facebook Live videos can be one of the least expensive ways to follow up with your audience. So what we've been doing all week long, every single day, we have a different free training. It gives us lots of different reasons to email people. People can opt out of the sequence anytime that they want, or they can join the next live that's relative to them. We like to build for these events for the lives. Truth be told, we're going to probably have 10 times as many people watch the replay than they actually watch the live. So if you spend some time building up the audience to get to your live, oh my goodness, all the live interaction you have at first is going to carry over the recording, and it works like gangbusters. So here's the live video length suggestion, okay? Number one, 3 to 5 minute video. What's going to happen is you're going to go live. People are going to get notified that you're live, but truth be told, here's what's going to happen. Truth be told, what's going to happen is when you go live for just 3 to 5 minutes, not a lot of people are going to join. It's not going to have a whole lot of momentum. So this is really important. People love watching Facebook Lives. They're done all the time, and a really good one can make you a whole lot of money. What people hate to watch is a Facebook Live replay, because so many times what people do is they treat the live that like no one's going to watch the replay. So what happens is they say, okay, everyone, we're going to wait for Betty. Oh, Betty's here. We're going to wait for some more people to join. Nobody wants to watch that for the first 5 or 10 minutes. You want to do this just like a TV show. It's just like Big Jason and I do. Big Jason has a big countdown timer for me. As soon as we go live, I jump in going live, and I'm going to show you a script here in a second that we use. But don't hesitate and wait for people to join. Most people are going to see the replay. Do a 3 to 5 minute video. That's going to be a quick insight tip. So recently, Facebook laid off a ton of people. I may go live and just say, hey, this is a really important announcement. I want to make sure as many people see this as possible. By the way, Facebook just laid off 11,000 people. That's going to be detrimental to the way that Facebook ad customer service, even if there hardly is any right now. Ad account shutdowns causes a lot of other problems, but that's a really good 3 to 5 minute video. 99.9% of people are absolutely going to watch the replay. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes. This is great. This can be a really quick hit training. Big Jason and I talked about this yesterday, a quick 10-minute video of showing people. So for example, let's just say Big Jason's wife is cooking one of her amazing meals, better than New York cheesecakes, one of my favorite cheesecakes I've ever had. So as she's finishing it up, one of the things that she may do is do a Facebook Live and just say, hey, everybody, I am making something that I call better than New York cheesecake. And essentially what happens is, I remember a video a couple of years ago, that she had met, I believe, with like a Michelin chef, and shared her recipe, and he liked her recipe more than his that had been shared with other people from all over the world. So that may be a 5 to 10 minute quick hit. Hey, I just want to let you know, I'm standing here with world-renowned chef, blah, blah, blah. He's going to taste his cheesecake and my better than New York cheesecake. We're going to see which one he likes better. That could be a really great, interesting video, or just a recap after she's made one of her amazing meals. Now, what we love to do, go ahead.
She would actually say, this is what native New Yorkers call better than New York cheesecake.
You already know the line too. It's perfect. Yep, I've heard it a lot. It's great. The cheesecake's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, think of TV sitcoms. This is what people are really watching. 15 to 30 minutes. It allows a lot of people to start to join. It allows momentum to start to happen. Now, we're going to run this just like an infomercial. If you run this like a webinar where you go from A to Z, most people are going to watch this for 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. Even if it's really interesting. Some people will stay longer. An infomercial is really going to cover everything you need to know within 3 to 4 minutes. And then they're just going to say the same thing a different way for another 3 to 4 minutes. They're going to say the same thing a different way with some other people for 3 to 4 minutes. So the way that an infomercial works, you watch 3 or 4 minutes of it, you walk away and you go use the bathroom, you go make yourself a sandwich, you come back, you didn't really miss anything on the infomercial. It's just going over the information again. So what we do is when we show people how to do Facebook Lives, again, 99% of the people are going to watch the replay. We know when clients are going, okay, we're going to wait for someone. And then they tell a story from A to Z, and then they say, Kurt, the Facebook Live didn't work so well. And I'm like, well, you didn't use it in the format that we've set it up for you. And basically, let me show you the format here in just a second. I'm going to give you the exact format and the exact script that we use that gives lots of different calls to action. And it's hands down proven to work like gangbusters. So we want to build engagement by asking frequent questions on the live, right? Whenever someone's doing a really good webinar, they're always constantly asking, can you see how this is going to benefit you? Can you see how easy this is? Do you see how this is going to work for you? A lot of engagement. Set expectations and schedule Facebook Lives at regular time. One of the things that Big Jason and I have been doing is every single day at 4 o'clock, the exact same time, we are doing these lives, and people are expecting the content. They're seeing the content. They're seeing the replay. We're also going to engage a lot with our content, and we're going to move people to the next steps. We're constantly going to have a call to action, but it's not going to sound salesy. It's interesting because when Facebook Lives first came out, Facebook's like, no selling allowed on Facebook Lives. Do not be selling during your Facebook Lives. Now you look at the Facebook live stream, there are people literally for 30 minutes sitting there selling clothing outfits, or open up these oysters, pay $5 right now, send it to our Venmo. We'll open up this oyster to see how many pearls you have inside the oyster. There are lots of people selling on Facebook Live. Truth be told, Amazon is now allowing you to go live if you have a social media following of 500 people or more. Big Jason, I don't know if you saw this. There's a friend of mine who made over $20 million last year as an affiliate marketer. Literally what he does now is he creates 1-minute videos and goes live on Amazon. Because literally you can review once you sign up for the influencer program. So like for your wife, for example, she signs up for the influencer program. She buys this new cooking set off Amazon. She can go live on Amazon talking about this cooking set, why she loves this cooking set. What happens is when she goes live, Amazon's going to put that video in front of people who are looking to make a decision right now. So of course they want your wife to have a social media following where people can click on her link and buy. But what's going to happen is literally, I have a friend who has reviewed everything that he can find in his house. Literally like, oh, hey, I bought this off Amazon. I love this. This is a great stable shelf. And he'll do a minute-long video or he'll do a quick live. Anybody who's watching his content and ends up clicking on the link, he's going to make 15%. So typically, Amazon's going to pay you between 10 to 15% for their affiliate program, which isn't much. But if you're doing live videos reviewing other people's products, Amazon will actually optimize for people to watch your video who are in the decision-making mode. This buddy of mine made close to 100 videos last month, made over $20,000 take-home net cash just last month, just doing videos like that. So literally everything that your wife has bought for any kind of cooking supplies whatsoever, she could absolutely review as an Amazon influencer. And anytime someone makes a decision after watching her video, she gets paid. So another way to really use these shorthand videos and these live videos. So content suggestions, relevant and successful blog posts. Those are great for Facebook Lives. What's going on right now this week? I told the story earlier in the week of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, how they got created. How essentially, long story short, is what copywriters would do is sit down and they would come up with 4 relevant pop culture things that they could tie together. So for example, right now, President Trump is in the news. Right now, the Ukraine war is in the news. Right now, Putin, the Russian president, he's in the news as well too. So what somebody may do, I made an example of Agora Financial selling gold. Agora may say, what did former President Trump tell Putin right before he invaded Ukraine that's absolutely going to decimate your 401k savings? Well, what people do is they're like, well, President Trump's always doing something kind of interesting. And that Putnam, I'm not quite sure what that guy's going to do. I mean, I know that he's involved in Ukraine. I didn't know it had anything to do with my retirement. I think I've heard the story, but I don't know the full story. Content like that becomes really relevant to people, and it really bridges that curiosity gap as well too. Again, I mentioned before, set up Google News alerts. That can be great for content for the week. There's somebody who built a really great persona of Facebook ads. I'll never forget this when I first started. And the person wasn't really great at ads, but what the person did is they got a Google News alert every time that Facebook had an update come out. And this guy was really good about recording a video and putting out a blog post before anyone else. So what happened is that someone would be like, oh my goodness, did you hear Facebook's going to have lookalike audiences? Well, everyone will go to this guy's blog and video because, well, he was the first one to deliver the content. That doesn't mean he was a better advertiser. It didn't even mean that his agency made any money. But what happened is because he was the first person to report it, he always looked like the influencer. So if you can get these quick tips and always look like you're reporting the news of your industry to your audience, it's huge. One other little point here too. Don't forget this. There are literally hundreds of news stations, hundreds, probably thousands, right? All over the world. They're all saying the same thing. They just say the words just a little bit differently. So don't think that everyone in your industry is all caught up to date. Sometimes just you curating the information for your industry can make you an industry leader. That's it. Again, videos talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you see the thing at the bottom of your screen that gives you the option to hide that little box?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for that. That was annoying me too. And I don't know why I didn't see that word hide. Thank you for that. Okay. Quick tips and insight. That's always good. Quick training. Mentioned that before. And now my mouse isn't working. Let's try this one more time. All right. Video talking about the next event's always good. Again, we use Facebook Lives a lot. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up really quick because I actually have another call at 5:00. I'm supposed to be earning an award possibly, which could be really interesting. So I'm going to go through this rather quickly. So Splinter offers works really great. Just like we want to make another offer for FYTE Club, for example, we would run another Facebook Live presenting the FYTE Club offer. Again, each video doesn't have to have a link. With Facebook Lives and people watching the replay, I love introducing a link. I love introducing a link so people can take action. Sometimes I actually even have 2 or 3 calls to action in my Facebook Live. Now, here's the outline of the hero's journey we went through before. I'm going to show you the script example that I use here in a minute. But remember, I'm not going to know your industry. I'm not going to know your script. But I do know if you follow these bullet points, the brain is going to associate the hero's journey. It's going to help people make a logical decision to buy. All right, here is the overall structure, the intro. So we're going to make an intro in the first 30 seconds. This has to be an attention-grabbing headline. Sometimes I tell people to turn on the sound because there's a lot of people who do not have sound on when they're watching these videos. So I want to let people know, here's what we're going to be talking about. By the way, if this video interests you, so for example, this is what I would say for my call to action. If this video interests you and you have not heard about the belt method yet, you're going to go ahead and see the first link in the description. That's going to take you right over to a presentation we just delivered the other day. It's going to show you exactly how the belt method works. So if you like this type of content, Click that very first link. It's going to show you exactly how the belt method works. Now, you're going to see a second link. If you have been watching our content free all week long, you are interested in joining FYTE Club at a $100 discount per month, a $500 or $600 discount for the year, you can go ahead and click on that second link. That's why I like to have 2 links. Sometimes I have 3 links. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time seeing us, go to this opt-in. By the way, if you've been seeing a bunch of our content and you would like to buy, check out the webinar in link 3. By the way, if you want to book a call with me for our agency, click on that third link and you're going to book a call with me directly. We're going to be on this thing for like 30 minutes, so I want to have people have a call to action over and over. So in the first 30 seconds to a minute, I get out exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I let them know what the calls to action are. And then I always say, let us know if it's your first time here and where you're joining us from. I want to get people typing as they're watching and listening. When the replay happens, someone may see an ad in their newsfeed. They may see 500 comments. But when they start watching the replay, comments are going to show up when people put those comments in real time. So you start watching a 30-minute video for the first minute, you're only going to see 2 or 3 comments. As people start commenting, it's almost like a live interaction. I can't tell you how many people literally will start watching a replay that's a 3-year-old replay and comment, "Hi, my name's Janet. First time watching today. This is great information. Oh, this is so good. Thank you." So what we're going to do is in bullet point run. Remember, this is not a webinar. We're going to give a 5 to 7 minute small bit. And this is going to be really simple, really concise, and tell people how to take next steps. So it's important why to believe in this. So what I'm going to do is I want to align with the belief system in this bullet point 1. So for example, one of the reasons for the belt method that makes it so effective is because we're going to run different modalities to meet people at different times, meaning we're going to run video views to people who like to watch videos. We're going to run engagement to people who like to engage with posts. We're going to run landing page visits to people who like to read a blog. And the reason is because we can do this for all at a fraction of the cost. See, I want to show you how to spend the same amount of money, but I want to show you how you can spend the same amount of money, but you're going to be able to get a lot different results. So I'm going to show you a specific method so you're going to be able to get more sales and leads. I'm going to show you how the belt method can work so you can start saving yourself money on your ad spend. By the way, again, another call to action. By the way, if this information is interesting to you, you can check out our belt method webinar, that very first link. The second link, you can join the FYTE Club right now at thebelt.live/FYTE, and then the link, of course, that you see on your screen here. That's it. Now I'm going to go to a reintroduction. By the way, again, what we're talking about today is here are the 3 topics. What other questions and thoughts do you have from that last piece? And by the way, if you have any questions that I am not able to answer right away, I will make sure that my staff follows up with you shortly. Because again, these Facebook Live videos running in replay have lasted for some of our clients 3, 4, 5 years. They're still working. Keep this in mind. If you watch infomercials, have you ever seen infomercials at all? The food dehydrator, the Ron Papil food dehydrator, that infomercial ran for 17 years. Untouched, unedited, it just kept on making money. So if you do these Facebook Lives correctly, oh my goodness, they can just keep on running like an infomercial that just keeps making you money. So I'm going to do a reintroduction. So today, here's the topics we're talking about. Again, any questions or thoughts you have, type them on down below. If I don't get to answer them right now, I'll make sure one of my staff follows up with you. Again, if this information is interesting to you, if you're not familiar with the belt, go ahead and click on that link, that very first top link. That very first top link is going to take you right into the belt method presentation and see exactly how it works. That second link is going to sign you up. If you are ready, it's going to sign you up for FYTE Club. Make sure you do that before time runs out. Again, let us know if this is your first time here. Let us know where you're joining us from. Just a reintroduction. Now, if you've noticed these 3 bullet points I've mentioned here, there's a call to action each time. And it sounds like it's a lot for a call to action, but oh my goodness, we can tell the clients that only have one call to action, like a webinar where they just tell a story for 30 minutes. And at the end, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, go to this call to action. When people are doing these repeated calls to action, most people are watching these Facebook Lives for 2 or 3 minutes. Anybody who watches 10, 15, 20 minutes, they're going to hear multiple calls to action. Big Jason knows this. He's a great copywriter. He's learned from some of the world's best. People do what you ask them to do. If you repeatedly ask them to visit the links, that's what they're going to do. So after the reintro, now I'm going to do bullet point number 2. Bullet point number 2, again, I'm going to keep this concise. It's just another segment. This could be an interview with someone else. This could be a testimonial. But now I'm going to tell people why it's important to implement this, what they can do step by step for action. So for example, if you want to start running the belt method, I'm going to show you how to start running specific video views. I'm going to show you how to run recorded videos and how to run Facebook Lives as ads once they've been recorded. I'm going to tell you it's going to work like gangbusters. Here's why. Again, I want to show you how to produce the right videos so you can drop your ad costs. I'm going to show you how to produce the right structured videos so you can make more sales and leads from your video content. Again, if you're finding this information interesting, the very first link you can find is a webinar that talks all about the belt method. The second link that you're going to see there is going to sign you up right now for FYTE Club if you're ready to get started. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do a reintroduction. It's what they call resetting the room. I'm going to let everybody know why we're here, what we're talking about, what the 2 calls to action are. And also, by the way, let us know if it's your first time here, if you're just starting to listen on in, or if you got an aha from that last point, let us know. What's going to happen is bullet point number 3, our third segment. We're going to talk about the belief system again. Why it's important to believe in the belt. The belt method can work on any type of platform. It's really good marketing. We're going to align the belief system. We want people to be acknowledging that's a great idea. Like if Jason's wife was doing a Facebook Live, we would want her talking about why it's important not to have sugar or carbs, why it's important to eliminate that junk. So people are like, okay, that makes sense. And she's going to say, I'm going to show you how to cook better food so you feel better. I'm going to show you how to cook better food so you can live longer. And then what are the next logical steps? Hey, by the way, if you'd like to get this recipe, click on the very top link. By the way, if you're really interested in working with us one-on-one or want our entire book of recipes, you can click on that second link right there. Reintroduction, same thing. Bullet point number 4, this is going to be the close. I'm going to tell people what they can do to take action. I'm going to give them some additional training tips. So these are 4 bullet points you're going to go over. Remember, someone could listen to bullet point number 1 and walk away from the entire experience, come back to their phone. They didn't miss anything critical because bullet point number 4 is re-going over that information in just a different format. I cannot tell you enough that when people follow this format and the consistent calls to action, oh my goodness, it works like gangbusters. It sells books. It sells e-commerce products. It sells coaching. It just works over and over and over. But most people are uncomfortable to ask people to do things on a regular basis like this. And it really shows up in their stats. Now, Jason, I got about 3 more minutes, maybe 5 more minutes that I am happy to answer any questions that someone may have here. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I have to be over on another call here pretty soon. Like I said, they're going to establish awards. So here, let me give you a kind of a close here. So what we've been doing is until midnight tomorrow night, we've been offering something called our FYTE Club. Now, what FYTE Club is all about is FYTE. That is Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everything else, like direct mail, videos, everything else. So here's essentially what you are going to see. What we have done is we've taken our best trainings. The belt method, for example, is a $3,000 product. We used to do a 2-day training for $5,000 at Austin, Texas. And essentially what happens is we show you the ethical propaganda of how to run ads online. You can do this on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. The ethical propaganda works everywhere. Well, this is really for intermediate or advanced media buyers. So we created a second program that is called the Belt Method Fast Track. That's going to have a 350-page workbook, 24 videos, step-by-step checklist. This is the training that we give our internal staff when they want to when they start with us in the agency. This is the exact training that we give them. So if you have outsourcers, employees, give them the fast track training. It's going to show them step-by-step exactly how to get set up, how to get running, and know what the numbers mean. Now, once you have all your ads set up and you are running the belt method, people always have questions to say, hey, something may not be working. Well, is that your CPM cost to run your ads? What's your click-through rate supposed to be? What's your landing page rate? Is your page loading fast enough? What do your conversions look like? That's why I created the Advertiser Fix Finder. You're going to type in all the numbers inside of your funnel. Once you type your numbers inside of your funnel, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to work on next. It's going to tell you what has the biggest rate of change, what you can do to affect the biggest rate of change. Basically, the software tells you exactly what to fix on your funnels, from ad creatives to your funnel, and I have lots of examples in there as well, too. Well, now that you're looking over your numbers, you may find out that Facebook is just really expensive. That's why we have a YouTube Quick Start as well. It's going to show you how to get right involved with YouTube. Now, I've mentioned this before. YouTube is taking away a bunch of targeting. Similar audiences, they're like lookalike audiences. They're taking away keywords. They're taking away, you can't target specific videos or channels. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, they're all saying the same thing. Focus on your content. This training on YouTube really focuses on the content of your YouTube video, which is huge, huge. Look how this content was created. Tom Breeze helped us create this. It's an amazing training. You have to see how he creates his videos. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely just brilliant. Okay. Now what's going to happen is as you're running ads and figuring out your numbers, you always should be bringing in more leads that you can market to. It doesn't matter what type of vertical that you're in, always be bringing in more leads. So we also have an email profit center fast track program. This is going to show you templates. This is going to show you when to be emailing, how often. This training's been put together with somebody who's been email marketing for over 20 years. I'm telling you, it's a great training in here as well, too. Now, we've housed this all together in just one location inside of FYTE Club. What we're doing is, yes, you're going to have the training, but the other thing is 4 days a week, we are offering live support calls for us to look over your ads, answer any questions about your ads, look over our shoulder. We can look over your shoulder. Again, a lot of people love our trainings, but they absolutely fall in love with our live support. So if you want to go ahead and join us, you can see this in the comments. You just got to go to the belt.live/FYTE Club, FYTE Club, SMRSS. So that's the belt.live/FYTE CLUB SMRSS. Now, Big Jason, I have another call that I am butting up to. I can take one more question or one more comment before I need to run. Any questions, comments, concerns, divine revelations before I run to this next call?
When you produce a Facebook Live for Facebook and YouTube like we're doing right now, and it's the widescreen, and you want to repurpose it for IG, Facebook Stories, Reels, YouTube Shorts, if you're doing a presentation, is it kind of like there's really no point because it's not really going to work? But if it's just your face, it might be doable where you can just cut the screen?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. I would download the video and edit the video a little bit, but usually I make those short videos specific content. And I don't usually pull away from something like this just because of the live format. All right. I have to run, sir. Thank you, Big Jason, for being here. I appreciate you guys. I will see you on the other side. Remember, by tomorrow midnight, the belt.live/FYTE CLUB SMRSS. All right, everybody, I got to run.